Hello guys, welcome back again to Bertronics TV. This is the third part of our discussion about RLC second order circuits, and in today's video magkakaroon tayo ng example problem. Let's go guys! So ito yung example problem natin. In a series RLC circuit where the resistor is equal to 10 ohms, capacitor is 0.02 farad, L is 1 Henry, and the voltage source of 100 volts. I-solve daw natin yung current I of t in the circuit given at the time equals 0. So ito yung initial conditions, no? At time equals 0, the current I of 0 is equal 0, and the charge Q of 0 is equal to 0.1 coulomb. And tinatanong din tayo, what is the output response? So guys, ang ipinapahanap sa atin ay yung equation ng ating current I of t and the kind of output response. Then we have a given initial condition at time equal to 0. Again, Q of 0 is 0.1 coulomb and I of 0 is equal to 0. So showing you yung ating series RLC, and then gagamitin natin yung KVL to obtain our circuit equation. So let's start with the voltage across the inductor, L di dt, plus the voltage in the resistance, R times I, plus yung voltage across the capacitor is, gagamitin ko yung charge dito guys, no? Q over C is a voltage, no, across the capacitor, and equals to our F of t. Okay guys, no, makikita nyo dun sa equation natin na meron tayong dalawang dependent variables, which is yung ating current at saka yung ating charge. So, para maging isa lang yung ating dependent variables, I can represent yung aking current in terms of the derivative of the charge, which is yung ating current I is equals to dq over dt. So, pag pinalitan ko lahat yung aking I ng dq over dt, yung aking first term ay magiging L d squared q over dt squared plus R times dq over dt plus yung 1 over c natin times the q pa rin, and then equals to f of t. Then, i-divide lang natin both sides of the equation by L para mapunta tayo dun sa standard form ng differential equation na yung ating second order derivative ay merong coefficient na 1. So, ito na yung ating magiging equation. Then, i-substitute lang natin yung mga value ng resistance, capacitance, and inductance. And by this time, gumamit lang ako ng prime notation. So, ang ating equation will be Q double prime plus R over L na 10 over 1 is 10Q prime plus 1 over 0.02 is 50 times Q equals to 100 volts divided by 1, 100 pa rin. So guys, makikita nyo, no, in terms of charge yung ating nakuwang equation. And at the end, pwede ko naman kunin lang yung derivative ng aking charge para makuha ko yung aking current equation. So, to get the total response, kailangan ito yung combination ng ating natural and forced response like what we have discussed. Unahin muna natin yung ating natural response, and doing that, i-equate ko lang yung ating equation into 0, or yung aking input ay gagawin ko lang 0. Then, yung characteristics equation or auxiliary equation will be s squared plus 10s plus 50 equals 0. So guys, kung tatanungin nyo paano tayo nag-arrive dyan sa characteristics equation na yan, so balikan nyo lang yung discussion natin dun sa natural response. Then, gagamitin lang natin yung quadratic equation formula to get the two roots. So, i-substitute lang natin yung value uli ng R, L, and C. Makakakuha daw tayo ng roots na s sub 1 and s sub 2 equal to minus 5 plus minus square root of 25 minus 50. Guys, ma-observe nyo dyan na yung ating square root term ay magiging square root of a negative number. Ang ibig sabihin niya ng ating roots ay magiging complex and conjugate. So, doon sa ating discussion sa natural response, pag meron tayong complex and conjugate na roots, ang ating kind of response is underdamped response. Or kung matatandaan nyo, ibig sabihin yung aking omega sub O is greater than my alpha. So again, meron tayong complex and conjugate roots, and then it is represented by alpha and plus minus j beta. So yung ating alpha is negative 5 and yung ating beta is 5. Tapos, from our discussion sa natural response, ang ating equation will be Q sub n in the form of e to the alpha t times the quantity a cosine beta t plus b sine beta t. So, i-substitute lang natin yung value ni alpha and beta dun sa ating equation. And then guys, gagamitin natin yung mga initial conditions para makuha ko yung value ni constant A and constant B. Dahil meron tayong dalawang unknown na constant, ang kailangan natin ay yung ating Q and Q prime. Pero ito guys alam natin na yung ating Q prime, dQ over dt is equal to I. So given din tayo ng dQ over dt which is I of 0 equal to 0. Then yung Q of 0 natin is 0.1c. So let's evaluate yung ating equation at time equal to 0 and using yung initial charge. So that is 0.1 equal to e to the negative 5 times 0. E to the 0 is 1 yan guys, no? Then a cosine 0 plus b sine 0. Yung sine term dyan, sine 0 is 0. So, cancel na yan. Ang matitira na lang is a cosine 0. Cosine 0 is 1. So, ang matitira na lang natin sa right side of the equation is a. And, alam na natin ngayon yung ating a equal to 0.1. So, to continue, given na yung ating equation uli, hanapin naman natin yung ating second constant using yung Q prime, no? dQ over dt or equals to I of t. And magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang terms na kukunin natin yung derivative, no? That is equal to, first term is the derivative of a e to the negative 5t cosine 5t plus the derivative of the second term b e to the negative 5t sine 5t. So guys, ma-observe nyo dito, no, nagagamit tayo ng product rule para sa derivative of a product. Kaya kailangan marunong din kayo mag-derivative, lalo-lalo na yung mga common natin na derivatives, ano? So, unahin natin guys, derivative of a e to the negative 5t cosine 5t. Yung ating exponential term muna. Derivative of e to the negative 5t is negative 5 e to the negative 5t. And then copying lang yung ating mga remaining terms, a cosine 5t. And then derivative of a cosine 5t is a negative 5 sine 5t. And then copying natin remaining terms which is a e to the negative 5t. So yan yung derivative nating first term. Second one, derivative of b e to the negative 5t sine 5t. Again, unahin lang uli exponential, product rule uli, apply natin. Negative e to the negative 5t is negative 5 e to the negative 5t. Copying yung remaining terms, b sine 5t. And then, yung ating derivative of the sine 5t is cosine 5t. Then, copying the remaining terms, b e to the negative 5t. So, yun yung ating Q prime, guys. And, apply lang natin yung ating initial condition, Q prime daw equal to 0. And then, that is at time equal to 0. So, palitan lang lahat natin ng time o yung t sa ating equation na equal to 0. And then, makikita nyo dyan, no? At time equal to 0, yung ating mga sine terms, magiging equal to 0 kasi sine 0, again, is 0. And then, yung ating cosine 0 times e to the 0 is just 1. So, ang matitira na lang natin sa equation ay yung ating negative 5a plus 5b equal to 0. So, meron na tayong value ng a na nakuha natin kanina doon sa q, given the initial condition. Substitute lang natin yan. Yung ating b daw ngayon ay magiging equal din sa 0.1. So, our equation for natural response will be e to the negative 5t, quantity 0.1 cosine 5t plus 0.1 sine 5t. So, i-park muna natin yung Q sub n natin dahil meron pa tayong kukunin which is yung ating force response. Yung force response natin guys, no, katulad ng i-discuss natin, ito ay combination ng ating complementary solution and particular integral. And yung ating complementary solution dito will be in the form of homogeneous equation also, no? I-equate lang natin sa 0 yung ating input, and makikita nyo dito pareho lang siya ng equation natin sa natural response. So yung form of solution for our complementary solution will be equal to e to the negative 5t a cosine 5t plus b sine 5t. Pareho lang siya dun sa natural response. Park muna natin yan as our complementary equation. Then guys, kunin natin yung ating particular integral. Dito, yung ating f of t ay in the form of constant. So, ang ating assumed solution ay qp equals to a constant. Let's say, letter A. And then, dahil constant siya, yung ating qp prime will be equal to 0. So, of course, yung ating qp double prime equal to 0 na rin. Okay guys, i-substitute lang natin back into our equation yung mga nakuha nating qp. So, qp double prime is 0 plus 10 times q prime, 0 din yan, plus 50 times qp equal to 100. Therefore, yung ating qp dito guys ay equal to 2. So, dahil nakuha na natin yung ating complementary and particular integral, meron na tayong equation for the force response, which is the complementary equation plus the particular integral. So, complementary is e to the negative 5t, quantity a cosine 5t plus b sine 5t, and then yung ating qp is equal to 2. So, meron na naman tayong dalawang constant dito na a and b. Kukunin natin yon by initial condition, no? For a force response, guys, no? All initial conditions are set to 0 at time equal to 0. And then, kailangan na uli natin yung ating Q and Q prime para makuha natin yung dalawang constant. So, gamitin na natin yung initial conditions. Yung QF natin is equal to 0 at time equal to 0. So, QF is equal to e to the negative 5t. Yung time natin dyan ay 0. So, e to the 0 yan. Times the quantity a cosine 5t. So, cosine 0. Plus b sine 5t, so magiging b sine 0 plus 2, yung ating constant. So, yung ating sine term dyan, sine 0, magbabanish na yan. Ang matitira na lang dyan ay a plus 2 equal to 0. So, therefore, yung ating a is negative 2. So, gamitin natin yung ating q prime para makuha naman natin yung ating constant na b. So, again, no, katulad ng ginawa natin doon sa natural response, i-apply uli natin yung product rule para doon sa pagkuha ng derivative ng q sub f, and yung ating diyang constant na to magiging 0 na lang. So, guys, ito na yung derivative ng ating force response, yung q sub f, no? And, equate natin yan sa 0. At time equal to 0, so lahat ng time palitan uli natin ng 0. Again, yung mga sign terms mawawala, magiging 0 yan. And then yung e to the 0 cosine 0 ay magiging 1 lang yan. Ang matitira na lang sa right side of the equation natin ay negative 5a plus 5b. So, alam ko na yung aking a, which is negative 2. And therefore, yung aking b dyan, pag minanipulate natin yan, magiging negative 2. So, guys, kompleto na yung ating force response equation equal to e to the negative 5t, quantity negative 2 cosine 5t, minus 2 sine 5t plus 2. Pero, hindi pa tayo dyan natatapos. Kailangan din natin kunin yung summation, no? Ni natural response at ni force response, and therefore yung ating total solution for our charge will be equivalent to negative 1.9 e to the negative 5t cosine 5t minus 1.9 e to the negative 5t sine 5t plus the constant 2. Okay, pero ang pinapahanap sa atin, guys, no, kung matatandaan nyo, yung ating I of t. And para makuha natin yan, kukunin natin yung derivative na ating charge equation. Again, product rule na naman ang gagamitin natin sa pagkuha ng derivative doon sa ating e to the negative 5t times the sinusoidal term. So, unahin natin, no? Derivative of negative 1.9 e to the negative 5t cosine 5t is equal to negative 5 times negative 1.9 e to the negative 5t cosine 5t minus yung derivative natin cosine 5t is negative 5 sine 5t times negative 1.9 e to the negative 5t, and then derivative ng ating negative 1.9 e to the negative 5t sine 5t, kunin muna natin derivative again ng ating exponential, so that is e to the negative 5t is equal to negative 5t e to the negative 5t times the constant negative 1.9 sine 5t, tapos derivative ng sine 5t is a cosine 5t times 5, so that will be 5 times negative 1.9 e to the negative 5t cosine 5t. Ay, ang haba. Okay, so ituloy natin, no? Bakit ba natin ginagawa ito? Anyway, negative 5 times negative 1.9, that is positive 9.5 e to the negative 5t cosine 5t. Naulit lang, no? So, negative 5 times negative 1.9, that is 9.5 e to the negative 5t sine 5t. 9.5 uli, e to the negative 5t sine 5t plus negative 9.5, no? E to the negative 5t cosine 5t. Okay? So, dito guys, ma-observe nyo yung ating cosine term will be cancelled, no? Dahil meron akong negative 9.5 sa ulihan, e to the negative 5t cosine 5t, and then dun sa aking front, meron akong positive 9.5. So, makakancel lang yan. And then, matitira na lang yung ating dalawang positive 9.5 e to the negative 5t sine 5t. And, makukuha natin yung summation yan. That will be equivalent to yung ating I of t na, which is 19 e to the negative 5t sine 5t. Hay, salamat, no? Nakuha din natin yung ating solution sa I of t. And guys, no, matatandaan nyo na tinanong din tayo about dun sa output response. So, alam natin ang equation na to ay underdamped. Pinili ko din tong particular first example na ito kasi mahaba yung solutions niya and magandang practice para sa atin. I hope na maghanap din kayo ng ganitong problems, no, para ma-practice yung inyong pag-solve ng differential equations for second order circuits. And di ba madali lang guys, medyo mahaba lang, no? Pero ang sarap niyang gawin kasi nga na-exercise yung ating mathematical skill set, no? Okay guys, hanggang dito na lang para sa ating first example. Siguro magbibigay ako pa ng dalawang example ng isang overdamped and critically damped na problem, and then we'll go on dun sa parallel RLC na second order circuits din. Okay guys, thank you again. That's all for this video, and thank you for your continued support sa ating Bertronics TV. Sana guys mag-subscribe din kayo, mag-comment, and mag-like sa aking mga videos, no? Kita-kits ulit tayo sa susunod na video guys. Bye!